All right, so this is our next episode of our health and well-being talk, and we have Constantly here who's been invited to talk about mental health during having a child with autism and going through the mental health aspect of it. So for all the listeners, if your child has autism, or you probably might have autism as an adult, this program is for you. So
Thank you.
So counseling on finding out that your child had autism, how did that make you feel?
Well, Lisa, thank you so much bringing up this topic again. And I think from what I said last time, I really love talking about these things because the first time I knew that my son has autism, it was kind of a shock to me. I didn't expect it, and I remember on that day I was crying my eyes out. My mental health was just out of the roof. I was depressed from 0 maybe to 100, and I felt like if I didn't have any support around, something could have happened. Because first, when I was told that he's got autism, the first question I asked, is this autism a cure condition? Is it something can be done? And I was told that, sorry, I was told that nothing can be done. And I think that was the worst answer I could ever get as a mother, knowing that I have got a child who's got this condition and there is no medical solution for it. I think that was most worst day of my life I've ever experienced.
Okay. So was there any support for your mental health?
So there was no support. The only thing I was told is that there is certain groups that I can go to get help. Like it was one of this community group where you go with your child and then they will just help you like looking after your child, because like everyone who is around there, they've got children with the same condition, and so they understand each other. And so if whatever your child does, no one will judge you, because actually they know that these children, they don't have understanding of their environment. So that was a kind of support. And then another support they were giving at that time, it was if you are looking for applying for certain therapy, then they will help you. And that's why I managed to get a little bit of support for my son to access speech language therapist. And apart from that, I wanted him to access occupational therapy, but it wasn't possible. So that was the only support I had. And so I was really hoping that someone would now at least tell me. So because that time, what I was looking for, I wanted someone to tell me some of the things I can do to help him from home, something I can do to just improve on how behavior-wise, how he was presenting that time. And I didn't get that kind of support, which was very, very disappointing.
And were you yourself offered any support as a mother?
No, I can't remember being given a support. Maybe I would love to get a counseling, just someone to talk to me and make me feel like it's okay. I didn't get that person. Although I wasn't actually focusing on me, myself, now it's like my whole life shifted from not paying attention to myself, but now paying attention to what's happening with my son. So by that time, I wasn't prioritizing any of my needs at all. Even in my mental health, I wasn't really prioritizing it. I knew that I was the way I was feeling, it's because my son is just diagnosed with autism. So everything I was doing, it was just, the whole my thinking shifted away from thinking about myself and started thinking about my son. So I wasn't really seeking any support for myself. The only help I needed is someone to talk to me about how I can help my son to, I don't know, should I say behave better, or, how I can just make his life much easier and our lives much easier at home, because I've got other children, and his condition were affecting everyone in the house. So whatever answer I was looking for, it was just focusing on how I can help him to become better so that I can be able to cope with everyone in the house and everyone else in the house, to be able to cope around him. So those were the kind of question I had and answers I was looking for, and I couldn't get them.
Oh my, it sounds like when you have this situation and you're alone as a parent dealing with the issue.
Yeah, honestly, because again, the other thing that I realized throughout the whole diagnosis is that although I used to meet a parent, I used to meet other moms with these children diagnosed with autism, but they weren't really willing to talk about what they are going through. You won't hear anyone telling you that, oh, I can't sleep, my son can't eat this, or my son can't cope with the noise, my son can't cope with shopping, my son can't, and these are the really common problems or struggle all mothers raising children with autism they go through. Although it may be what I'm going through, what my son's going through, it may be not the same exactly what another child is going through, but there is some of these similarities that when you talk about them, you at least get to feel like that's fine. Someone is going through these things, and how are they managing on their own side, and you will be really lucky to learn from them. And I didn't get that, because all the parents I was meeting, none of them were willing to talk about anything.
Okay, so we will continue this conversation on the next video, and at this moment,
I think, Elisa, before you go, can I say that if there is anyone who is out there listening and wondering, maybe your child has just been diagnosed with the autism, or maybe your child is on a process of being diagnosed, I just want to assure you that although that diagnosis can be there, and that I've realized is one of the limitation of what parents think about their children, that there is nothing they can do after the diagnosis. I just want to tell you that there is so much you can do. As long as you are staying on this channel, watching, I'll be talking about so many things, so many techniques that you can start doing, things you can start doing, things that are very helpful for your child, for the whole family, and for yourself as a mom, because we go through a lot. I want to reassure you that there is so much you can do, and most of these things we'll be discussing them here. So stay tuned so that you don't get to miss out anything.
Yeah, and also remember to subscribe to our channel, ring the notification bell to see more videos, and share with other people who might be going through a similar situation. So good night to everyone. Good night, Constantly.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.